Hey guys, it's been a little while since I made a video. Um, Figured I'd do a little update on the ASF production. So I started out with whites. They weren't doing so well. I get some, reproduction from them, but these guys are doing really good. That was the first colony I started with. Um, started with, I want to say 1.6 of those. These are the whites. And this actually is a group that's doing pretty well. And one thing that did help is I started just piling on the fly larvae and the seeds. And I have Kalmbach down there too. But before I was kind of not being so generous with the seeds and the fly larvae, and now I'm just piling it on. So this is another group of the whites that are doing okay. But what I've started to do is mix them. So this group right here. Okay, so this is a group of just the grays. They're kind of like a brownish gray. They're really pretty. We got a nice pile of babies in there. I took a whole bunch of babies out of here yesterday too. This one is just whites again. This one I have whites with. I've been using the gray males, so I think one of those is a female though. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm starting to mix them. So right here we have just one male with white females in their pile of mixed babies. So I think what I'm going to keep doing is just keep using the solid gray males for the most part, and I'll keep putting that to white and mixed babies. So I'll grow these up, and you see here I've got that's a one gray male, is a couple of gray females, but I'll just mix them up, and then I'll keep putting the gray males, the solid gray males, and just keep mixing it in more and more. Yeah, I'm starting to really get decent production in here. And this Freedom Breeder FB20 rack, I love it. I also have the FB10 tubs. I made this rack. This is a group of mixed right here. So, but I don't know, man. I've been going back and forth trying to figure this thing out, and I'll tell you what, they just don't seem to do as well in these small tubs as they do in this. So I'll do a 1.3 in this tub, I'll do a 1.6 in this tub, and they just do so much better in that tub. It's so hit or miss in here. A lot of times what I find is I'm basically growing them up in this tub until I give up on them and I feed them off after a few months, because they either don't produce or I see that they don't take care of the babies. So, and then we're still doing rats. I have these 3 racks. I have those 2 racks over there. I'm trying to do away with some of the rats. And here I've got ASF's Growing Up. So these are the ones I pulled yesterday. Some of the ones I pulled. I pulled those. I pulled some of these yesterday. And we got a pile that are a few weeks old. Well, a few weeks pulled, I should say. These are probably around 6 weeks old. They've probably been in this tub for about 3 weeks. Maybe 3 to 4 weeks. So we're just growing them up, and you see I'll pick through these. I will keep pretty much all of the darks. The males will be used, and then the females will be used, and then I'll be feeding off all the white males and I'll feed off some of the white females as I need. But as far as like growing them up to breed, this rack is about half full, so I'll refill this half. There's a couple of tubs of whites that I'm going to get rid of and uh, reestablish new colonies in there. And then the next thing I'll be doing is trying to buy another one of these racks, and it will replace out 2 of these rat racks. So I'm trying to dial down the smell. I have this vent fan venting out through the window. That thing got clogged by dust real quick. I was thinking about getting another one just to kind of help with the smell a little bit coming outside into the backyard, but realistically the real goal is to just do away with a couple rat racks, get in another one of these racks over here, and just double what I'm doing in ASFs. And again, this I'm getting a little bit of production out of this, but it's just not doing what this rack is doing. So I'll get another one of those, and then after that, I might get a third and replace out this rack, and I'll have 3 of these running all ASFs. And I will be pretty soon building another rack, not this size, but it would be like the 20-inch size tub, the F Freedom Breeder tubs, and that's what I'll be using. I might build like 2 of those, and then I can get rid of this rack, kind of have the FB20, and then I'll have all my growing up ASFs, and I'm probably gonna keep the 2 rat racks, so I can have some rats still, so that way I can use those to feed to for sale animals. Because you still have a little bit of a stigma out there as to thinking that snakes get stuck on ASFs. That's totally not true. I feed all my adult snakes. I just feed them whatever I have at the moment. So they'll take the ones that eat. They eat rats, they eat ASFs, and they'll go back and forth, and it doesn't matter. The only ones that stick on ASFs are the ones that were picky, and I gave ASFs to get back on food in the first place. So that's it. Only a picky eater is going to stick around on ASFs. And a lot of times, even the picky eaters will refuse an ASF. So, yeah, there's nothing to it. A good eater's a good eater, and a crappy eater's a crappy eater. It's just really that simple. So this is the station to refill all that stuff, and I try to keep somewhat track of the rats with this, because I change out the male between 3 tubs. So each of those racks will have 2 males cycling between 3 tubs. I got 2 space heaters in here for the winter time on thermostats. I got the fan. Under here I have a gas heater. I actually have a gas hookup in here. Behind this wall is my fireplace, and that's a gas fireplace. This hookup was already here when I moved in. So the last guy used to work on cars in here. So that heater is really nice for in the middle of winter when it gets freezing outside. Pop that sucker on, and I don't have to worry about these electric heaters. Although the electric is a little cheaper to run than the gas, but these electric heaters end up running constant if I was to try to use those instead of the gas heater. That gas heater warms this place up real quick. So the garage, need to do some organizing in here, but these are the tubs I was talking about. I can't remember what they're called. FB15 or something like that. They're like a 23 by 20 inch tub, something like that. And then they're really shallow as well. So, sorry I've taken so long off of YouTube. It's been trying to do tons of work around the house. Lots of little odds and ends. Snakes paid for that pool. The snakes have been starting to pay for a lot of the extra fun stuff around here, actually. So I did all the work on this myself. Get one of those. Snakes paid for that too, and it's a write-off. If you guys aren't doing taxes on your snakes and your snake sales and all that stuff, you're gonna have to pretty soon, since they changed the rules. If you're taking money through PayPal, you're gonna be paying taxes. So you might as well start writing off all of your purchases, making sure you're keeping track on all that stuff, and get a CPA if you need to. So, all right, guys, peace out.